Welcome back to Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast, where we are all about the allies. We'll teach you who they are in the comics, discuss their cards, and what kind of decks they might be played in. I'm one of your hosts, I'm Levi Lewis, and with me I have...
Jason Sketch. It's your best boy person that you like to hang out with.
I think you just cut me off.
Clearly you guys are not looking at the show notes.
I'm supposed to be next, Jason.
Oh.
Actually, he's supposed to be
open those
right
notes,
after me. Yeah, who's that guy?
Who am I?
Yeah, Jason, you introduce him.
My baby brother. Earth Twister.
That's not his name. There you go.
Yes, I'm Earth Twister, and I'm not a baby, but I am your brother.
But you're the baby brother. You're the baby of the family.
The little brother. You can call me that if you want to, but not baby. Come on, man.
Okay, moving
Beard.
moving forward with our actual podcast here. Once again, we have a sponsor for this episode. Today's sponsor is
Hey.
Vacuums. Vacuums, we suck.
Good to know. Good.
Yeah.
How much
They
are they paying
sponsored
us?
this episode. In Lent. They're paying us in Lent.
Oh, okay.
How are you guys doing?
I'm covered in dust bunnies, so I'm quite confused.
You weren't supposed to hit reverse on that switch.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
Yeah. Rev does not mean it goes faster. Rev means reverse.
I thought Rev had that racing version. You know, you gotta vroom, vroom, vroom. You know? No?
Nope. Sorry, man.
Dang.
Yep.
We have gone off the rails already.
We are adults.
When you ask how we are, I'm doing pretty good. I am preparing to make a pretty big move here in the next 3 weeks. So a little stressed, but we just signed a lease for a new house, and we're super excited to be getting a lot more space.
It's good. That's good to hear.
That is
I'm excited
really
for you.
good.
Yeah.
A new lease. So, how much square footage are you getting in your new house?
At least 1,800 square feet.
At least 1,800 square feet. Dang.
Yep.
Yeah. I
And
use
how
the
much do you
metric
have now?
system.
Currently, we have 879.
So you're over doubling what you already have.
Yes.
I use the metric system, so I don't know what any of those numbers mean.
It means we will be moving to big house. We currently have little house. Big house is almost twice the size of little house. More than twice the size.
Is your current house on the prairie?
Mm-mm. No,
Little
sorry.
house on the prairie.
It's in the middle of the city.
That's
It will
lame.
be huge. Huge.
Jason,
You live
how are
in-
you doing?
Small house.
Jason, how are you? Jason, how are you doing? Jason.
Uh-oh.
I
Good.
am good, man. It's weird, right? Because I'd be thinking that technically this is our first episode for 2026, and I am currently my brain on getting ready to go into the holidays. Like literally, next week we're jumping into Thanksgiving and then going into Christmas. So it's wild to think about that. Even though we said Merry Christmas last time, it should be Happy New Year for everybody. So it's been a week of your New Year of 2026. I am doing well. I am becoming a little more nostalgic, thinking about those wonderful things you do after every year. You make a promise that you're going to complete for the first week of every year, and then you never do the rest of the year.
So what's yours?
Oh, well, thank you for checking.
Oh, what did I ask? What did I ask? Dang it.
I would like to play more Marvel Champions for 2026. I would like to do more. I want to at least try to get 5 videos with somebody else together, collaboration videos up in 2026 if I can. So
That sounds
maybe
lame.
doing a collab with you or doing a collab with Earth Twister, or all 3 of us doing a collab together. And then
That sounds lame.
I would like to try as best as possible to get the rest of the heroes that I have not gotten on YouTube, up on YouTube as fast as possible. So I'm going to try to do less of the doing 4 aspects for one hero, unless I'm just super excited about that one hero. And I'm going to jump more into trying to get all the heroes up on YouTube, at least 1 video each.
That sounds pretty epic.
Yeah. What about you? What's your promise for 2026? What is that called? What is that supposed to be called?
That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about how we're doing.
Resolution.
You're not.
Thank
you're
you.
Not, you're not hosting.
What's your
this
New Year's
episode.
resolution, Earth Twister?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you guys asked me about the question that I asked you guys a minute ago. I'm doing really good.
Glad to hear you're doing well, Levi. What's your New Year's resolution for 2026?
My New Year's resolution is to stay on the show notes. That's
Okay.
my New Year's resolution.
Great.
Good luck with that one.
Earth Twister, what's your New Year's resolution?
Because it's still November.
I haven't resolved to resolve anything yet.
Ah. Okay. Well, at the point of this recording airing, it will have been a week after the new year. And so...
But as we are recording it, it's a week before Thanksgiving.
Yes, you are correct.
So thinking about resolutions, typically they deal with weight loss. Here's the thing. Thinking about trying to lose weight before Thanksgiving is futile.
Oh, hey-oh.
Agreed, but I was thinking more like Marvel Champions related for resolutions, you know?
Oh. I resolved to play the game at least once.
Good.
I want
That
to.
is
I really
good.
want to. I want to play more consistently than that. It's just I have no idea what my schedule is going to be like in the new year.
New year, new job. You'll have been, by the point this is episode released, you'll have been working your new job for maybe a month? 2 weeks, probably.
Theoretically,
Theoretically.
You start technically December 14th, right?
correct.
So
And when does this come out?
this goes out on the 8th of January.
Yeah, so close to a month then.
Close to a month, but not exactly. So anyways, with our podcast, what have you guys been playing recently? Jason, what have you been playing recently?
I kind of a mix of different things. I've kind of gotten back into Marvel Rivals a little bit. They just released Gambit in that game, so I've been playing that some. That's been a good time.
Who's your favorite Marvel hero ever?
Gambito. Gambit's up there.
Different guy. Gambito is the Hispanic version.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. Gambit's definitely up there. It's hard for me to turn.
Gambito
I would not
throws
have played
tamales,
this-
not cards.
That's right. Tamalitos.
Tamalitos.
There you go.
Explosivos.
There.
They don't explode on contact. They make your insides explode after you eat them.
Oye, mamacita, aquí estoy. Gambito para ayudarte. Papa. So I honestly wouldn't have gotten into Champions without Gambit. If Gambit had not been in the game, I probably would have been like, "That looks cool, but I don't know if I'm ready for it." When I saw that Gambit was one of the characters you could get for the game, I was like, "All right, I'll jump in," and I've not looked back since then. So I have not played Gambit, I don't think, at all this year. I need to fix that.
Have you been playing anything else recently?
I did play Marvel Champions recently too.
You mean Rivals?
No, Marvel Champions. And I did play Champions recently. Levi Lewis came over, and he and I have a summer staffer that is enjoying the game as well. And so he tried out Spider-Man for the first time, and he did okay with it just as Spider-Man. And we faced Iron Man together. I played Monica Rambeau.
Spider-Man,
Spectrum.
Peter Parker, or Miles Morales?
He played Peter Parker. And then Levi Lewis played He played Magneto the second time, but the first game he played something else. I'm sure he'll tell us here in a little bit. All that fun stuff. We faced off against Iron Man, and it was rough. Iron Man was a lot more work than we thought he was going to be for Champions, and so we played against him, and then we decided to switch to one of my favorite scenarios, actually, Kang the Conqueror, and we had a good time playing Kang. We lost both times, so all three games that night we lost. But I got to play a little bit of Spectrum, and I find that she is intriguing enough that I want to keep trying her out. And so I played her in Aggression, and it did not work out well. I'm thinking I may switch to a Protection build and do a Ready to Fight type focus, where she's ready for a fight type focus, where she is able to flip down, and then when she flips up, I can pick whichever of the 3 forms that I need pretty quickly. So I'm going to try Ready for a Fight build for her and see if that works out better than this Aggression build that I was running. So, but I think she's interesting.
It's Protection, so of course it'll work out better. Protection's the best aspect.
It is a fun aspect. I always enjoy Aggression more, but it just was not working for Spectrum.
I don't like Aggression.
Really?
So this podcast is ending. We're never going to continue after this episode. We're not even going to release this episode. We're done. Thanks a lot, Earth Twister.
What?
Aggression is probably the funnest aspect.
Earth Twister, what have you been playing recently?
Well, I haven't played Marvel Champions in like 3 months. So the last thing I played was an Aggression Psylocke against...
Wait, what aspect?
Yeah, I hated it. It was Aggression. It was an Aggression Psylocke against Ronan the Accuser, and I got wasted because Aggression is the worst aspect.
You got wasted because you played Ronan.
No. Anyways, but one thing that I have been able to do on Tuesday nights, my wife and I will play games together, and I convinced her to
play Marvel Champions.
No, I did convince her one time, and she hated it.
Because you made her play in Protection. That's what it was.
No, I gave her Justice. Anyways.
What game did you play yesterday?
Been playing Split Fiction.
Oh. So you jumped off of It Takes Two to play Split Fiction?
We finished It Takes Two.
And yeah, same creators. So. It just you went from there to it's Split Fiction. That's what where are you guys at? What do you guys think?
So I think we're still in the middle of the first level. You know, the sci-fi one where you're the cyber ninjas.
Yeah.
We just played the trippy side quest where you are super powered pigs.
I hated that one so much, and my wife loved it, and I hated being a pig so much.
For me. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Did you? Which pig were you?
I was the farting and you fly, I think.
I was too.
Yeah.
And the very end of that was like, what the heck
is happening right now? Yeah, it's if you haven't played it, you need to check it out. But my wife and I really enjoyed playing those together.
It was fun. It's been fun.
Yeah. It's a great game for a couple to play.
What about you, Mr. Lewis? What have you been playing recently?
So like Jason was saying, I got to play with him the other day, and the first game I played with Jason, I was playing Black Panther Leadership.
Which Black Panther?
Oh yeah,
Black Panther, the original Black Panther.
T'Challa.
The original Black Panther.
T'Chaka.
Okay, comic book T'Chaka. Marvel Champions T'Challa. So, yeah, I played it in Leadership, and it was I forgot how much I don't like Black Panther. How much I don't like T'Challa. He's not a fun. I didn't. He was so frustrating because all of his Wakanda upgrades, you could only set them off with Wakanda Forever, and that was really annoying. And I think I had one of them right off the bat. Like one of my first cards was Wakanda Forever, and I couldn't use it because I was like, I can't use it because I don't have any upgrades out there. And then like right towards I'm about to deck out, I finally get another one when I've got several of them, but it just felt like no.
Right.
And I did use leadership because I was trying to do some of the aspects that I don't normally do. While we were putting the game together, I asked Jason and the other kid, I was like, hey, what do you guys want to play? And Jason's like, well, what do you want to play? I'm like, no. What do you actually want to play? Because I'm trying to step outside my comfort zone a little bit. And I really think that that's one of the reasons why we lost, specifically to Iron Man. Iron Man, if you haven't played any of the Civil War scenarios, when you play Iron Man, most of his cards are very similar to his hero pack, which I thought that was really neat that they were still able to do that with him. And I have looked at the other heroes. Quote unquote heroes. I have looked at the other scenarios, and they're very each one of them is very similar to their hero packs whenever you play them, which I thought was really, really cool that they were still these characters are still good this way too. So that was something I really thought was really cool about playing against him. And then we did play Kang the Conqueror, and I played my Magneto deck. And yeah, my Magneto deck tends to do a little bit better because I think Magneto's just a little bit OP. I think he's super cool. And then played him in Justice. But that was it. That was pretty fun. Had a good time.
Was this your super fancy Gandalf the Grey Magneto deck?
Are you talking about my cheap date Magneto deck?
Yes.
No. This is my Justice deck. So my cheap date Magneto deck is all basic cards.
His Justice Magneto usually plays really, really well. What caught us was getting split up. I think Jason didn't know how to play the character he was playing. That's true. Spectrum's interesting. I want Spectrum to... I feel like it's got potential, and I just can't get her to do exactly what I want her to do.
Yeah, because the first game we played, I want to say, didn't you, we got to that second part, and then didn't Rambo die?
Yes.
Rambo?
Am I thinking the wrong character?
No, it's Monica Rambeau.
Oh. My brain went to Sylvester Stallone.
She wishes she was Sylvester Stallone.
Checks out.
I feel like she's got potential, but she's just not quite there. You know what I'm saying?
But whenever that happened, I tried to keep playing, and then eventually I was just like, no, I can't. I can't do this without my buddy here.
Well, with Iron Man, you ended up dying too.
Yes. Yeah, but that was Black Panther. That was a deck I wasn't familiar with.
So, we just need to play a few of our characters that we just know well next time we get together instead of trying new stuff.
Against Iron Man.
Yes, I will take Gambit and destroy Iron Man.
And I'll take Wolverine. Aggression.
There. I'll play...
Shink, shink, slash, slash.
Hey, I'll be over at Jason's house on Tuesday.
Well, I'm going to do...
Do you want to come over,
funny.
Levi?
It's really funny because we had this whole conversation yesterday, and the conversation went like this. He said, hey, do you want to come over and play some Marvel Champions with myself and my brother? And I said, I would love to do that, except there's this really interesting thing that I do on Tuesdays, that I lead a small group on Tuesdays that you help lead too, and I'm going to do the responsible thing and be a part of my leadership team at my small group. I'm just putting
I
that out
didn't
there.
know that I was infiltrating.
You weren't, but I just wanted to remind Jason of this conversation that we had. It was pretty funny.
It was great. It was a good conversation, and I'm proud of you for doing that. And it's good that we have a leadership team together, so some of us can take off if we need to, because you have in the past as well.
No.
Oh, don't
I
get
don't-
me
So
started.
so you even led your small group while you were in Israel, huh?
Yeah, I led it from Israel. Correct.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. You should have seen the pictures and video I was doing. Anyways, so has anybody written to us or posted on any of our things? Do we have any mail?
At mail time.
It's mail time.
Uh-huh.
What is it that Blues Clues theme song?
I don't know how it goes.
It's mail time. That's how it goes, right?
No, here's the
Mail
mail. It
time.
never fails. It makes me wanna wag
Wag
that
my
tail.
tail. Yeah.
If it comes, I wanna yell.
Mail.
Yeah.
Time.
No,
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
I don't.
you ruined the whole song.
Sorry. I
Yeah,
wasn't,
we got
I
some
wasn't a
mail,
toddler when that show came out.
I'm pretty sure I was a baby.
and
Which is probably why it sounded like whoa, 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 mail time.
so first and foremost, we had Solo, our buddy Solo, left us another comment,
Yeah, Solo.
and the
Han
comment
Solo.
says, "I also heard gumbo, LOL."
Gumbo.
And I think I was talking about
Gumboat.
playing Gunboat Diplomacy in Deadpool. And everybody heard I was playing Gumbo with Deadpool. And they were super excited about the new pool card that was Gumbo themed. And so he said he also heard Gumbo. So I apologize to all listeners for not clearly speaking and saying Gunboat Diplomacy. So
I mean, who
Huzzah.
doesn't like some gumbo?
But Jason is in talks with Fantasy Flight Games for creating a Gumbo diplomacy card for Deadpool and Gambit to use as a team card.
He's also in talks with Betty Crocker for a new recipe for gumbo.
Betty
Yeah,
Crocker, huh?
Yeah. For the
dang
recipe
it,
books.
this whole time I thought it was Betty White.
She got
Okay.
it, man.
Fun fact. Fun fact. So first, whenever she was born, she was known as Betty Brown, and then she fought the Balrog. Became Betty White.
Became Betty the White.
Betty Brown,
Yeah.
not Betty Gray.
No.
I'm not impressed.
No, you're thinking of Grey's Anatomy.
I hate that show.
It's actually a... Never mind. It's a series of books. Anyways.
Did not know that.
Medical books. That's where the Grey's Anatomy name comes from. Anyways.
Next, Monkey mentioned that he was going to make a Gumbo Diplomacy deck for Gambit. So thanks a lot for that. He actually made a video. If you guys haven't seen it, you should go check it out. If we remember, in a month or so when we release this episode, we will put the video link in the Dooley Hickey.
In the
In the
Dealio.
YouTube description.
Well, we're not just a YouTube channel. We're also
Yeah, what are we? A podcast?
a podcast.
Wait.
So in the
That's
Dooley
Sidekicked
Are we-
AMCP at
Are we a Marvel?
gmail.com.
Are we a Marvel Champions podcast?
We are a Marvel Champions podcast.
Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast. That is Sidekicked AMCP at gmail.com.
That's right. So anyways, go check the video out. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time watching it. Monkey did a good job of just showing me some new things to do with Gumboat that I hadn't considered before. Pete Wisdom was used, and that was pretty impressive. because I hardly ever see peep wisdom ever used.
No, I do have one question.
Yes.
Is this Monkey D. Luffy?
No.
Oh.
Wait, how do you know he's not?
Because Monkey D. Luffy always declares his full name. And Monkey spells it Mukey. And Monkey D. Luffy actually spells it like a monkey. Mokey.
Wait. He spells it Mukey?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
No
there's an
N?
N in. Yeah, there's not an N in there. Because then it would just be Muki.
Hold
Or
on.
Mucky?
Munkey.
Okay. Monkey.
Anyway, yes. And then he talks to us about a couple other things. What else is he? He's got like a 3-paragraph comment, which is super awesome. We greatly appreciate it. But I don't think people want me to read it word for word when you can go find it on our YouTube. But he was talking about listening to our.
I find it fun to listen to you read sometimes.
Whenever you talk, a lot of the times it helps me go to sleep.
Is that why?
So Monkey was mentioning that he also really enjoyed the backstory for the Scavengers there, the Captain America that you have made up for us, Mr. Lewis. He really liked
welcome,
that,
America.
and so he was impressed that you had the ability to make that. And he says he's going to try to do a couple of other folks, either maybe Ant or Hiss Marvel. He's not quite sure which one he would like to do just yet.
Black Panda.
And then he was talking about Doctor Strange and
Proctor
just
Strange.
being OP. And he thinks it's just because of the Evocation deck. And so it's very easy to cycle through it, and it just kind of stands out that way. And so that makes sense, you know. It feels OP because it has an extra thing it can do. So
Something I will say about that Invocation deck is I think there is a reason why they've never done anything like it before or since. Because it is weird. Not like weird in like a bad way, but just like weird that it's like kind of like he says, like
very strong.
Pretty strong, yeah, pretty powerful.
The only other character I can think of that does something similar, but not the same, is Storm.
The weather deck.
Oh yeah, with her weather deck.
Yeah, she's got her weather deck.
That is true.
I feel like Monica Rambeau kind of led into that because I feel like Storm can change it similarly to Monica. So I think it's a blend of Monica and Doctor Strange on how the weather deck works.
Wait, Monica from Friends?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Spectrum from Marvel Champions.
Sylvester Stallone's daughter.
Yes.
It makes sense.
Do we have any more comments?
No, that was it. But we do appreciate Monkey and Solo for leaving us comments. You guys are great.
Moving on, do you guys like to watch fireworks during New Year's and or 4th of July? You guys like fireworks?
So, here's the thing. We grew up in a country that did fireworks at Christmas. And that's my preferred time to see fireworks and do fireworks.
Your fur time?
Preferred time.
Preferred.
In fact, whenever I see fireworks, it just makes me sad because I'm not the one shooting them off.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta understand
You know how you can
that...
solve that, right? Just going by
arson.
fireworks.
Oh. Yeah, but then I have to buy them. I don't have the money for that.
Oh, here's the thing.
Or just go steal them.
Expensive.
The cost for fireworks where we grew up in Latin America is way cheaper than the cost of fireworks here in the U.S.
And also way more fun.
Just make your own fireworks.
Yes. Oh.
Where do you suppose I buy gunpowder?
Come here. There's plenty of stores.
I'm not gonna buy
I can
bullets
show you.
to empty of gunpowder.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. You said gunpowder. I know of at least 2 stores here that have not bullets. I mean, they have bullets too, but they also just sell black powder.
I feel like a firework is more than just black powder.
I didn't say.
I think it's also
that's
food
specific.
coloring, right?
Uh-huh.
Wait. Whoa. You're telling me you think the way fireworks get their color is by food coloring?
Why not?
I'm going to just say yes and move on. So the
What
reason why
about
I'm
you,
even
Levi? Do you like
asking
watching
this
fireworks
question,
at New Year's or 4th of
who
July?
doesn't love watching fireworks of all times of the year? A lot of the times I'll just buy fireworks around those times because normally those are the only times that they sell them here, and just save them for special occasions. Like when I feel like pranking people.
Or my birthday.
Sure.
Are you
Yeah,
planning on
I
saving
love
some for
fireworks.
Earth Twister's birthday this year that I wasn't aware of?
Yeah, but it's just snakes and sparklers
Oh, okay.
because those are my favorite.
Snakes?
And sparklers. You know what a snake is?
I know what a meteorador is.
Okay. The snakes, the fireworks snakes, they're really not fireworks. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Are they
'cause it doesn't-
firecrackers?
Snakes are the ones that it's just like a little thing about this big, and you light it, and then it's basically. I think all it really does is it just spews out carbon out of this tube, and it looks like a little like worm snake thing.
Oh.
It's called a snake.
And we grew up with meteoradores and mariposas y volcanos.
Mariposas.
Yeah, so
no mas butterflies.
oh man, the butterflies were awesome. You'd light it and it would zzz into the air. It would like
yeah,
spin and
I know what
fly.
those are. Yeah, whistlers.
Whistlers. Yep, with whistlers, volcanoes. Meteoradores are probably my favorite though. They're firecrackers and it's just a line of black cats essentially together. And it sounds like a machine gun when it goes off.
Yep. I don't. Yep.
So we
You light
had
them under people's windows at 5 in the morning when it's their birthday.
when it's their birthday. And so we had a team down that was coming to work with my parents who were missionaries down there. And this team had never heard these types of fireworks before. So one breakfast, the folks heard it was one of the team members' birthdays or something and lit one of those behind the window. And I've never seen so many white people jump under a table so fast in my life. It was so freaking funny. Earth Twister and I are still like eating breakfast like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, there's a machine gun. Get down, get down.
So I've got a really funny. This happened 4th of July. This actually, like, I even remember what year it was. But so one year, 4th of July, one of our church members, he had a antique store, and so he was always like trading things and buying things and selling things, random weird stuff. But one year, he traded. I don't know what he traded for this, but he ended up trading with a guy, and he ended up with a whole bunch of artillery shells.
Artillery shells.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so he had all these artillery shells, and he's like, "Yeah, for the 4th of July, let's set them all off." Right? So we go out to not his land, but somebody else's land.
Yeah.
And at least 2/3 of the churches out there at this land, we are having a big party, and several of us are setting off all these fireworks. Well, the problem is these artillery shells, you put them in a little tube, and you just light them, and then they go poof, and then poof, right? They go off.
Yeah.
There was no instruction manual on these, and they didn't actually say which way you're supposed to put them in the tube.
Oh no.
You see where this is going?
Yes.
So we light off several of them. Then all of a sudden, and my dad, here's what's even funnier is my dad was standing right there, and we hear poof, but we didn't see anything go up. And as soon as we didn't see anything go up, my dad just starts running. And we just look at him. We're like, what's going on? And then, boom, like right there, right where we were at. It just goes off. And the biggest mistake we made was we had everything right there, where everything went off. And so as soon as that one went off, it lit everything else off too. And so it became a really awesome big show as the rest of us are running away from it. And it wasn't just artillery shells. We had several other things right there too, like Roman candles, bottle rockets, all the small, like a lot of the smaller stuff, like firecrackers, a lot of things like that. So it's all going off all at freaking once, and it lit this field kind of on fire. But luckily, several people had the smart idea of bringing fire extinguishers out there with us. So everything was put
Which
out
you
really
also
quickly.
had right there with the explosives.
No, we didn't know. They like the people that had those were in their cars, like I don't know, probably about 75 feet away, something like that. But yeah, to this day, there's a guy that I know that he told the wildest story about it, where he's like, "Man, I ran into this building after they went off. I saved 3 babies as I ran, and I made it to safety with all these children." And wild times. But that was the best Fourth of July show I've ever been to. Was right there.
The one where your dad accidentally almost blew you up.
It wasn't my dad. My dad
Oh.
didn't do it. My dad was just there, being the adult that was there.
Oh yeah.
No, that was another mistake that happened. Is the kids were in charge of the fireworks,
Wisdom.
and they're
That
just
sounds like wisdom to me.
and the adult was just my dad, and he was just kind of there to make sure that we didn't do anything stupid, but then we did do something stupid, which is very, very funny.
Things were different back then. I feel like we're the generation is that's the reason for all the rules that are now in place.
We were the last generation that had rules placed on them.
Accurate.
Not the only generation. We were like the last ones. But anyways, but the reason why I wanted to talk about, fireworks and everything going off and whatnot is because today I wanted to talk about boom boom.
Boom boom.
Yeah,
Let's
boom
go.
boom.
Who's Boom Boom?
Tabitha Smith is her real name.
Who's Tabitha Smith?
Well, let me tell you. So Tabitha Smith,
Oh,
aka Boom Boom, first appeared in Secret Wars, the second Secret Wars, issue number 5 in 1985. Tabitha was born in Virginia, and her powers manifested at age 13 whenever she hit puberty. And her abilities are she has the ability to create a wide range of sizes of yellow spheres of pure plasma, which she likes to call her time bombs. They explode with a concussive force. She also can make marble-sized ones, which have little impact, and she likes to use those for playing pranks on people. She can also make timed bombs, also varying in size, and can be very destructive, in which she can control how long it will take to explode. And finally, she can also muffle the sound of her blasts just using her mind, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's wild.
She's got a silencer.
Yeah, she's got a mind silencer. So all of this actually disgusted her parents because they found out she was a mutant. And the reason why they found out she was a mutant was something she ended up doing was she blew the roof off of her school's lunchroom because she really couldn't control her abilities yet. So when she did that, her father ended up beating her because, one, they hated mutants, and two, because of what she did. And so because of that, she runs away pretty much for obvious reasons. And she ends up going to the X Mansion and meets Professor X because she had heard about the Professor X helping young mutants. And this is when she gives herself the name Time Bomb. Originally, she wasn't even called Boom Boom. She originally called herself Time Bomb.
Interesting.
And the X-Men, right about that time, they fought the Beyonder. And she really didn't like how they fought the Beyonder. And so she ends up leaving the mansion, and the Beyonder likes her quite a bit, and they actually become pretty close friends. And because of that, he takes her to another planet that he calls the World Complex headquarters of the alien Celestials. And Tabitha threatens the Beyonder to send her back to Earth, and he complies because he's friends with her. And she didn't like that what he was doing there was he was trying to kill all of the Celestials that were there, but it turns out that they weren't actually, that wasn't a Celestial planet. So he sends her back to Earth, and she ends up going to Los Angeles and changes her code name then to Boom Boom. Tabitha then met somebody called the Vanisher, and he's got an elite group of thieves known as the Fallen Angels, and she becomes a part of them. So then the Fallen Angels are pursued by Beast and Iceman, and Tabitha likes to flirt with Iceman and does a lot of pranks with him, with a lot of her small bombs. And she decides to leave the Fallen Angels, and she goes with the Iceman and Beast, and she goes and she hangs out at X Factor's complex. And while she's there, she likes to prank Beast and Iceman quite a bit, and they chase her a bunch. And one of the Fallen Angels, one of her old friends, helps her escape X Factor because they keep chasing her, even though she's not being the best teenager. She's pretty rambunctious. And so she ends up escaping X Factor with one of her friends, and they leave together with many other of their Fallen Angel friends, and they end up going to a place called Dinosaur World. They don't like it, so they are teleported to the Coconut Grove. What's so funny?
And they get there and they're like, we don't like this place, so they go to another place.
Yeah. So I didn't
teleport.
Know
it's fun. It's normal.
They teleport to the Coconut Grove, and I don't know what the Coconut Grove was. Do you guys know what the Coconut Grove was?
It's a grove of coconuts.
Jason,
I have no idea. No.
So the coconut, and I was like, what's the coconut? I was like, just a grove of coconuts. So apparently, the Coconut Grove is a planet. It's like the whole planet is like a nightclub.
Okay.
Which I was like, okay, that's interesting. So the leader of the Grove wants to do experiments on Tabitha and her friends. So of course, they all fight the leader, and Boom Boom. This is literally how I wrote it. Boom Boom booms her way out of a pickle and makes it back to Earth.
She gets inside of a pickle?
Yep. That's what it is.
She becomes a Pickle Rick?
Yep. Pickle Boom Boom. At one point, Tabitha goes to Asgard, and she goes with several of her friends, and they thwart an assassination attempt on Odin. While on Asgard, Tabitha meets Cable, who teaches her how to use her abilities better. Cable soon learns of a Weapon X program and creates a new group deemed the Underground. With Boom Boom, their whole purpose was to seek out and destroy the Weapon X program. After almost defeating the Weapon X program, the leader of the program ends up capturing all of the Underground and erases all of their memories of the program.
Oh.
And
convenient.
so Morrow was a part of that group, and Morrow's the one that helps them escape that and not die. So then Boom Boom is a part of another group. It's an anti-terrorist organization known as the Next Wave. With many, the Next Wave has many heroes, including Monica Rambeau, who we were talking about a minute ago. The team stops many terrorist plots and eventually is attacked by a group called the New Paramounts. Do you guys know who the New Paramounts are? Have you ever heard of those
The ones
guys?
who started Paramount Plus?
No.
Sonic
That's
the
what I was
Hedgehog.
thinking.
I mean, that's close. It's close. The New Paramounts, the group consisted of villains known as the Forbush Man, the Inedible Bulk, Charlie America, and Giant Sam. And you should totally look up all of these guys because they're actually all really, really sad people. It's really funny. Like Bulk, the best example I have is Bulk becomes like he is because he looks a lot like the Incredible Hulk, right? So Bulk becomes like he is by huffing gamma radiated paint. So I didn't look up all of them, but I looked up a couple of them, and that was the funniest one I found. And I'm just saying, it's So obviously they are
These are
defeated by the
real
next.
characters in the.
These are
in the,
real
in
characters. These are real characters. The new Paramount.
The new Paramount. Interesting.
Yep. And that's my backstory for Boom Boom. She's a part of many different groups. The New Mutants, like I said, X Factor, X Force, and all the ones. The other ones, Next Wave, the Underground. She's a part of. She's been around for a long time. There's a lot to read on her. She's really. I knew nothing about her.
Not a single thing.
I have to admit.
She's got a wild history. It kind of seems like she goes, meh, this is not a good fit, and she just keeps jumping around.
Well, I think one of the things, most of the reason why she jumps around a lot is she's not, from what I understand, like, I never really read where she was, like, the main character in any of the stories. Most of the stories, she was kind of a side character.
Feels like she's more, probably a side character, but she also feels like she's more just not a team player.
Yeah, so one of the things I did read is that she's a kleptomaniac. And that specifically when she's younger, she is rebellious. She's very rebellious, but she's still like, she doesn't want to be a part of she doesn't want to be a part of like the brotherhood of, of the mutants. Yeah.
But she joins the Thieves Guild.
But that's the only, like, of all the stuff that I read, that's the only time she ever did anything like that.
He's not evil.
But that's not good.
He's the Prince of Thieves.
Stuff.
But what it is
yes, but you still don't steal stuff.
So
stealing stuff is bad.
Yes, that is in the commandments. But what she
like that.
most of the people that she's a part of the Fallen Angels with,
yeah,
most of those characters leave the Fallen Angels, and they still kind of call themselves the Fallen Angels, but they're just not thieves anymore.
They've corrected the error of their ways.
Correct. By correcting themselves. Correct. Do you guys know anything about Boom Boom? Either of you?
I do now.
No, before this, I had seen her in X-Men Evolution, the cartoon.
Yeah. And
so I was aware of her, but I didn't know hardly anything about her. I'm excited to talk about her card, though, but I don't know.
So she does appear, like you said, in X-Men Evolution. She also appears in the X-Men animated show, just no speaking parts. And whenever she does appear, and then in X-Men 97, she's also, I can't remember if she had a speaking part or not, but she does appear in X-Men 97.
She appears in the first episode of Wolverine and the X-Men as well.
And that one too, yeah. Correct.
Which I've been rewatching that, but that's beyond the point, so.
But yeah, that's like, so she's not in a whole lot of stuff, but she is a mutant.
But to be like friends with the Beyonder, that's a.
Well, it was more like the Beyonder was really liked her, and so the Beyonder was friends with her, and she was kind of friends with the Beyonder a little bit, but then he started doing stuff that she wasn't too fond of, and so she was like, I'm out in 95.
So she led him on.
I don't think. Sure, if you want to say it that way, sure. She does have a relationship with Cannonball. That was something I did read. I forgot to put that in my notes. She does. Cannonball is her boyfriend at one point.
But she's on X Factor, which never really lasts long. Every iteration of X Factor tends to kind of dissolve, and then same thing with X Force. X Force never seems to last very long either. It tends to dissolve as well. That's interesting, though.
So let's talk about her card.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, will you describe her card art? Just the art. Earth Twister.
Just the art, so not the card itself, just the art.
Not the whole card, just the artwork.
Okay. So in the foreground, you have Boom Boom, I assume. She's got sort of a pixie cut blonde hair with red sunglasses on top, and then she's wearing this like orange and black costume suit, whatever you want to call it. And then her right hand is glowing. I'm assuming she's generating one of her time bombs. And then, of course, behind her there are 3 other people, four other people, one kind of behind her stats there. The guy behind her stats is wearing like a trench coat. It's kind of cool, and that looks almost like a Star Lord type figure. So I'm assuming that might be Cannonball in the background there, and then or is this the like Incredible Bulk and Giant Sam? I don't, you don't know. There's a really kind of built guy in the background that's kind of got like this purple kind of hue to his skin, with purple gray, and then somebody in front of him that has like the Mr. Fantastic hairstyle where it's like brown on top and then gray in the sideburns, and they're all kind of looking very intensely at something, and she's getting ready to hit somebody with a bomb.
It could be the Incredible Bulk in the background. This is a comic book art piece because there's no name for who did the art, so it's a comic book piece.
When I was actually looking up her character, her artwork piece actually came, like, that's on her card actually showed up, and it actually has a text box. Did I read it? No, but I did see it.
Okay.
Jason, will you describe the rest of her card?
This is the best aspect card, which is an aggression card. It's costs 3 resources. She has a thwart of 1 and an attack of 1. Both take a consequential damage. And a health point of 2. Now, don't let that stats turn you away. Because automatically, if you just look at the face value of this card, with it being 3 cost, and this ally only does 1 attack and 1 thwart and 2 health points, it's not worth paying the cost. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, what does her text say?
Her text. She is an X-Force ally. Her action: exhaust Boom Boom. Then there's a little arrow. Add 1 boom counter to her. Then you may discard Boom Boom to deal 1 damage to each enemy for each boom counter on her. Her flavor text is tick, tick, tick. It's an interesting power for sure. I know we got to jump into things. I'm super excited, so I'll let Levi guide the questions.
Yeah, do you think her card fits her character?
Yeah, I do. I feel like it's kind of interesting, right? There's different ways you could play this, but it sounds like she can power up and charge up her bombs, her time bombs. So that seems like she can just build that up over time. So that makes sense as one of her powers. I feel like just hearing how she can throw different types of bombs at different pacings, it would have been interesting to have her like do like a barrage type of attack as well, with the like a concept of like when she attacks, she does 1 point of damage to 3 different enemies, or something to that effect.
It's kind of cool. I think I'd agree. I think she does kind of feel. I think she does feel like her comic book, especially after hearing Levi's history of it. I think that having the adding a counter to her, and then just kind of being like, okay, we're gonna get a really big explosion at the end of the game. Just keep ticking her up. Just keep ticking her up. Well, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, whenever I was reading about her, because I'm not gonna lie, her ally card, Jason was the first person I ever saw play this card, and she almost immediately became one of my favorite allies. Almost every time I make an aggression deck, I'll put Boom Boom in that deck. I have had friends use my cards to build their own decks, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to put Boom Boom in my deck. I'm like, no, you're not, because Boom Boom's going to go in my deck. My deck. So Boom Boom is one of my favorites. So when I was reading all this, because I knew exactly what she did, and so when I was reading all of her abilities and kind of like her rebellious stuff and being a klepto and all that stuff, when I was reading all that stuff, I was like, she fits it. I mean, not 100% perfectly, but pretty pretty well.
It's a well-designed card.
It is well designed. I can see. I'm Now, so you're gonna have to remind me, Jason. Which pack, which hero did she come with?
X-23.
Okay, so what pack? And you know where I'm going to be going with this. Which pack? Where did Beat Cop come in? Do you remember?
The Hulk.
The Hulk. So the Hulk would have come out.
Sorry, Earth Twister. I jumped in front of you. Go ahead and you can answer it, Earth Twister.
The Hulk.
That's a great answer. Thank you, Earth Twister.
Thank you, Earth Twister.
You are on this podcast too.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
We'll be here all week. AMCP, Marvel Champion Podcast.
Sidekicked.
That too. Hi, how you doing? But I lost my train of thought now. But no, so Beat Cop would have come out a long time before Boom Boom did. And so I can definitely see where Boom Boom came from Beat Cop. Because Beat Cop, even though Beat Cop isn't an ally, Beat Cop is one of my favorite Justice cards. And I feel like they're similar. I mean, of course, they're not exactly the same because Beat Cop is all about, removing threat. Yeah, right. And Boom Boom's all about doing damage. But this is something that I like. This is one of the things I love about Marvel Champions is I love the progression of cards where they're like, yes, this is kind of a cool idea. Let's try it in a different aspect and see what it'll be like over here. And of course, they picked, I think, one of the best characters to do this with.
I can see where there are some similarities. I do like that Boom Boom hits everybody where your Beat Cop only hits one minion.
I think a good reason for that, though, is the fact that, like, with Beat Cop, you are taking threat, whereas Boom Boom just sits there and doesn't take anything. She just charges, and you're just kind of hoping that nothing happens to her or nothing happens to you while you're charging her up.
Also, you can put more than one Beat Cop on the table.
Can you imagine having a fleet of Boom Booms?
That would
Boom
be
Boom
OP right there.
If you draw Boom Boom in your first hand, in your very first hand, you get it on the table at the beginning of the game, it's your failsafe for the rest of the game.
Sort of, yeah.
There's been plenty of games where I've played her. I think even played her around Levi when I was using her a lot, where we would get up to like 10 damage on her, and then she would just wreck the rest of the board and kill the villain for us half the time. Playing standard, of course, but still, I find her quite fun.
So after everything that we have discussed so far, do you think Fantasy Flight Games could build a hero pack around her?
I think they could. What they would do with it, I'm not 100% sure. It may be something like with Gambit where you have like the charge counters. And so like you may be able to swing for 1 or 2 damage in the very beginning. But as you build up the charge counters, if you don't, like say you don't do it, you choose not to do an action. You don't thwart, you don't attack. You just sit there. Or you can exhaust, I guess, to add a charge counter. As you add these counters to yourself, then you're able to deal more damage. Or maybe you're able to spread your damage out amongst others. Or you can spend certain boom counters to do different things, like Jason mentioned earlier with the ally, like doing burst damage to maybe one minion or the villain, or dealing, several enemies all at once, or dividing it out like that. I think it would be kind of cool.
It'd be interesting. I like your thoughts there, getting those counters, and you have to earn counters to make it happen. But what if you were able to convert any event card with the attack event on it into indirect damage? Or you can divide out where the damage goes. So if I was to play like full body charge for 8 damage, I could decide, cool, 3 goes here, 3 goes there, and 3 goes to this other guy. Because it's more of an explosion. And then she would have some cards in her kit that let her do indirect damage based on the amount of counters that are sitting on your card or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a cool concept.
Which one?
Both of them. I,
but specifically
I,
yours.
I love both of you guys equally. Thank you for this Maserati, and thank you, Earth Twister, for this rock. I love them both equally. No, they're both really good.
I
I
feel the love,
did.
Levi. I
I.
feel the love.
I mean, Jason. I feel like Earth Twister's was yours was very similar to her current card, and then Jason's was just. I love out of the box thinking, and that was out of the box thinking.
It's a first for him.
Yeah, I he has a box, and every time I go visit him, he's in it.
It's an SNL in the box. It's an SNL in the box.
But to me, like with her, I think some of the things that they could do is have Cannonball as her main ally.
Oh yeah.
She could have the Vanisher as her nemesis. Things like that. That's
And the Beyonder as a support.
the Beyonder as a support. Isn't the Beyonder? Because the Beyonder's in, isn't he? He's in the game, right?
No. I don't think the Beyonder's in the game yet.
Isn't he?
What about those cards that you get
Adam
with
Warlock?
Adam Warlock?
Yeah.
That you get to shuffle into the.
He is in the game. He's
interesting.
one of them. He's one of those guys.
Is that the Beyonder though?
Yeah, one of them's the Gardener. The Gardener is the protection one. I think the Beyonder is the leadership one. I think because he has one for each aspect, right? So there's 4 of them. I really want to say the Beyonder is the leadership one.
You talking about those cards that I looked at one time and went, "This I'll never play," and got put in my box, and it's just sat there since
I
then?
have played all 4 of them. I know for a fact that the Gardener is the protection one because I played it, or I didn't play it, but I held that card the other day.
The only way that the Beyonder shows up in Marvel Champions is as his Blazer. Beyonder's Blazer is a attachment in the Galactic Artifacts in Encounter set.
I don't believe you.
One of the Infiltrates Museum or Escape the Museum.
Yep. Yeah, literally the only thing that comes up is Beyonder's Blazer.
Because I think that'd be an interesting way to introduce Secret Wars into Marvel Champions, is to introduce Beyonder as a character in the card game.
That could be cool.
We're thinking of the In-Betweener. That's who we're thinking of.
That is very different than the Beyonder.
But that's who we're thinking of. I mean, but it's
Beyonder looks like
I know they're
he's
different
wearing
characters.
Elvis Presley's clothes.
Because the In-Betweener is aggression.
Right.
Living Tribunal is justice. The Gardener is protection.
And then Eternity.
And then leadership. Eternity.
Is Eternity.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at it just now.
So the Beyonder would be great, just in a
Beyonder
different
would be.
avenue.
Yeah.
It would just be funny to have him as a support, just like a way to avoid damage. He teleports you away for if you were to take any amount of damage, you can give it to the Beyonder, and the Beyonder will teleport you away, and you remove all that damage, ignore that damage, and then he gets discarded or is removed from the game because you've upset him.
Maybe not necessarily removed from the game, but it could be like the life model decoy that Maria Hill has.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Boom Boom deserves a kit. I think she'd be a lot of fun to have in the game. As much as Tigra has a kit, I think Boom Boom is also well deserved to have a kit as well.
I think Boom Boom deserves one more than Tigra.
I agree.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm
And
just
who's
letting.
this Hulkling guy?
I'm just letting Fantasy Flight. No, isn't he a scroll? Right?
Hulkling
Yeah.
is
Yeah, he's a scroll.
he's part scroll, part Kree.
So would you say he's a Scree?
He's a Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Now, here's an interesting question. If you guys would be okay with going off script for a minute.
Never.
We talked about this earlier.
Did we?
I mean, we did, but go ahead.
What would y'all's top 3 heroes that you'd like to that are not in the game that you'd like to see in the game?
Top 3 heroes. Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo.
Oh, poor Donnie.
No, not Donnie. He has a stick.
Sentry.
Who? A Sentry?
Man, hold on. Give me a minute.
Okay, while you're thinking, one of my actual Marvel characters would be Heimdall. I think Heimdall would be awesome.
Heimdall would be lit.
Heimdall. Who else?
I would go with Blink from Age of Apocalypse.
Very good. Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
Spider-Punk is on my list.
Spider-Punk. You're wearing a Spider-Punk shirt, you cheater. that you wore yesterday.
That I wore yesterday.
That you did not wash. Did you wash
And
it?
I think
I like how you're avoiding my question. Go ahead.
I think
Go ahead.
another one I'd like to see Rescue as well. I think that'd be an interesting one. Do you know who Rescue is?
I don't know who Rescue is.
Rescue is Pepper Potts in an Iron Man suit.
Oh, I didn't know what her name was. What is? I'm sure you know this, Jason. You might, or Twister. I don't know. Do either of you know? Because I can't remember his name. Do you remember? Either of you remember the kid in the Civil War comics that at the very beginning of the Civil War comics, like in the first issue, it's the kid that ended up blowing up the school. That school. Do you remember?
Speedball?
That was Speedball. I think he would be a cool and interesting character.
He would be very interesting. Ooh, I would mind seeing Scott Lang's daughter, Cassie Lang,
Oh yeah,
having her own kit too.
that would be cool.
Give me another form change trifold hero.
Morph.
Ooh,
Morph.
solid choice. I see your brain.
Beast.
Beast.
Sentry. Beast. And then, like, my brain is dead right now. I can't think of superheroes. Polaris.
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 That's a solid choice.
That's a good choice. So to get
You know,
back, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I would say Hawkeye, but Hawkeye's already in the game. So theoretically, I guess I could say Kate Bishop. But
Yeah,
I'm not
you could
really
say-
as
you could say
enthusiastic
Kate.
about Kate Bishop as I am about.
Kate the Bishop.
So.
I brought you some mac and cheese. Kate the Bishop. As long as she introduced more arrows in the game, I'd be down.
So here's, just because we're on this interesting rant right quick, do you guys ever think that Fantasy Flight is ever going to do, because they've already done where you can fight heroes as villains, even though they don't call them villains in the game for Civil War, right? Where you can fight Captain America, you can fight Iron Man, Captain Marvel, and then Spider-Woman. You can fight those guys, right? Even though they're heroes.
And you'll get to do Vision and She-Hulk here soon too.
Right. But my question is, do you think that they're going to do the opposite, where you can play a villain as a hero?
They've done it twice.
I mean, sure. But in the
What do you mean
comics,
they've done it twice?
Nebula, Magneto.
Venom.
That's yes, but that's not Eddie Brock. But yes.
Right, but Magneto flips and he's like sometimes good, right? Same with
Yeah.
Nebula, right? I'm talking like Doctor Doom. I'm talking like always been a villain, always going to be a villain.
Unless you're reading the Ultimates.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that was the idea that I presented in the idea of Axis, where we were flipping, we were getting to play some villains as heroes. But I agree. I think it would be neat to be able to play some villain characters. I don't know if it's going to happen.
I'm Wolverine. I'm Sabretooth. I'm Wolverine.
I would love to see that, though. I think it'd be cool to be like, I get to be Doom. I get to be Sabretooth. I get to be a Sentinel. You don't think there's
You don't want to be
people
a giant robot just running around killing people?
Nope.
Nimrod?
Nah.
He would be
Norrin
cool.
Rad? You don't want to be Norrin Rad? Well,
Nope.
Norrin Rad's good.
Ultron?
Never mind.
Ultron is one of those villains that, like, I really just do not enjoy any story that he's a part of.
Any story?
Interesting.
Just seems like, because anytime they write out a victory for them, it's just like, oh, like a victory for the heroes. It just feels like they really shouldn't have won. Like it was just a fluke that they won.
But they're heroes. They're supposed to win. They're heroes.
Age of Apocalypse, when Wolverine travels back in time to stop Ultron from taking over by killing Hank Pym. It's such a good story arc.
I'm sure it is.
Okay, so to bring this all back, let's get off this wild goose chase for just a little bit, because we do have one actual boom boom thing to discuss,
Okay.
and that is how would you rate this card? How would you rate her ally card? Jason, how would you rate Boom Boom's card?
4 stars. She's good. She's good when she wants to be there. But not helpful when she decides not to show up.
As most allies would be.
Yeah, but her more so. If she shows up at the beginning of the game, ready to fight, oh, it's on. We're getting ready to do our spirit bomb. Here we go. Lend me your power, baby.
The Spirit Bomb is exactly the reason why I would give her a C tier. I think she's a great ally, but she's aggression, and she makes you sit there. She makes you sit and wait and wait and wait and wait. And if you're
But she's
not,
worth that wait.
Yeah, she is, but I could be doing other things.
Because Boom Boom, I'm worth it. Boom Boom, I'm worth it.
Patience is a virtue, my friend. So I will rate Boom Boom exactly how she needs to be rated. Because one, like I've already said, she is one of my favorite allies in the game. Boom Boom is aggression, one of my favorite aspects of the game. So therefore, this I said my favorite, not your favorite.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, that's his opinion. And so I think
That's an opinion.
his own opinion is a fact that
Do
he
you
likes
not-
it the best.
Do you
I
not
don't
know what
understand.
Yeah, do you not know what an opinion is?
No.
Whoa. Yep, this podcast we're not airing anymore. But no.
That's all we're giving
Boom,
is an
boom.
opinion.
Boom Boom. Boom Boom is getting.
I share fact.
Boom Boom is gonna get
A donkey.
the rate that she deserves from me, a tiger.
Ooh.
One of the coolest animals on the planet, if not the coolest. They're pretty dang awesome.
I thought wombats were the coolest.
Yeah, but wombats aren't aggressive. She's aggressive. She's a tiger.
Save those roars for Mrs. Twister, Earth Twister. We don't need that on the podcast.
Sorry, was that also out loud?
Do you not have an inner monologue?
Do I not have an inner monologue? What did he just ask me? What does that mean? How should I understand this? What should I say to him?
So that's a no.
I feel like that was an outer monologue. Let's pretend that you don't have to move your lips to think.
Did you guys just freeze? What's going on here?
Nope, we're listening to your outer monologue.
Oh my gosh. Do we have any more questions?
That was my last question.
Oh,
So if you look at our
good.
notes, this is the part where we sign off.
My name is
This is
Jason
the pod
Sketch.
where you run away.
And next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.
I'm Levi Lewis. Watch out for those wombats out there.
Earth Twister. Stay twisty.
Mr. Lewis, that this is the episode, and we may have to cut it in at this point, where we announce the winner for our competition.
Our competition.
That's right. Remember, folks will be writing in emails, and the first email we receive between the release of our last episode and December 31st of 2025, they will have the opportunity to win your world-famous All Allies deck built around their name.
And yes, this is the part where I, Levi Lewis, do splice in the part of who won the competition that Jason randomly gave out for obviously no reason, and did not consult Earth Twister or I about this, and only gave just a couple of days for people to enter into this competition, which is very interesting because guess what? Nobody entered into this competition. So as a lesson to Jason, I'm going to read some words written in this amazing book. It's called the Harvard Classics Deluxe Edition, and these are the words of the great philosopher Epictetus. And I quote, "Epictetus, I have often come desiring to hear your speak, and you have never given me any answer. Now, if possible, I entreat you, say something to me."